Hi again, everyone. I'm the Cantankerous Collector. This is episode number 24. So I've got some Spider-Man lithographs here. Got two that came out about a month or two ago, and then I got another one that's just shipped to me a couple days ago. So I'll be opening that. These first two are based on the cover art for the Spider-Man Marvel Treasury editions that were released back in 1974, 1 year BJ, 1 year before Jaws. So the Treasury comics, which DC started a couple years earlier, they were like 10 by 14. They were much larger comic books, than your standard size. And they reprinted some of the older issues. And at the time, since I was kind of a new comic collector, the stories were new to me, but they were reprints of previous kind of landmark issues with the title. So the cover artwork for the first two Spider-Man Treasury editions was by John Romita Sr., who's my favorite artist. And he, to me, was in his prime at this time. I mean, I think his prime was like early 70s through maybe the mid 80s. But his 70s work was so awesome. There's a company called Gray Matter Art that reproduced a couple of these covers. And these are, I mean, these are so cool to me. I mean, these are so wall worthy, it hurts. The colors are just fantastic. The printing and everything on this is just so amazing. And it's just that classic Romita 3-point stance. Romita went back and he redid a lot of Spider-Man pinups that Steve Ditko had drawn in the 60s. Romita would kind of redraw the same pose but do it in his style. This is the famous 3-point stance drawing. I know Ditko's Spider-Man 3-point stance drawing was on T-shirts and stuff. Of course, Romita drew it for this particular cover here. As you can see, I mean, this thing is gorgeous. I mean, this is so cool to me. They were doing other treasuries too. The Hulk and Thor had great Romita covers. God, I hope Gray Matter Art, if you're out there listening, please reproduce those just like you did these. Because I'll buy them. So this is from 75. I mean, this is just Romita in his prime. I mean, this is just gorgeous. So Spider-Man fighting 7 of his greatest foes. Really cool. Jazzy Johnny Romita in his prime. Yeah, boy. Amazing artwork, and it was just reproduced so cool by these guys. Actually, this is numbered. Let me see. This is 14 of 200. What was the other one? 14. So they gave me a matching set. They also they did a third version too. They did, I think, the third Spider-Man Treasury with art by Giclées on the cover. And I don't think I had that as a kid. I may have bought that as an adult. I'm not a fan of Giclées Spider-Man at all. If Romita inked it, it would have been Boss, because Romita would refine Gil Kane's drawings and make it look more like Romita's art. Those two, the combination of those two was unbelievable. They were great. You know, Gil Kane was really good at figure drawing, and his anatomy was really good. But he couldn't draw Spider-Man's mask very well at all. And if he was inked by a really good inker, it helped out a lot. And Romita was one of those guys that, man, when Romita put his inks on Gil Kane's pencils, ooh, there was magic in the air. Okay, so Gray Matter Art recently produced a few Spider-Man lithographs with art by Alex Ross, who is another favorite artist of mine, who also loves John Romita. He calls John Romita one of his favorite comic artists. And I just got this a couple days ago. So they did a few different Spider-Man lithos with Alex Ross art. I only bought the one because the other two I liked. I don't remember if it was two or three, but the other two or three that I liked, I already had in poster form or some kind of large format, and I was happy with those. So I saved money and I didn't order those lithographs. But this one here I didn't have in any type of poster form or anything. I definitely wanted to pick this up, and so I got it. I think these are all sold out now, but this one was a cover of it was used for a variant cover for a specific Spider-Man title. Spider-Man King Black or King of Black. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what it is, but the cover art was really cool. And these weren't, you know, everything's expensive now, but these are like $50, and I'll pay that for stuff like this if the quality's really good. And I've bought a lot of stuff from these guys. These guys, and the Vice Press does stuff. Mondo, of course, does all those movie posters, and they do comic related stuff too. But Gray Matter Art, I've picked up a bunch of stuff from them the last couple years, and they just do a really good job of reproducing this art. This is really cool. So this is Spider-Man by Alex Ross. And, like I said, he's a huge fan of Romita Sr. also. And his first knowledge of Spider-Man, I think he said, was the Electric Company back in the 70s. And that was one of my first introductions to Spider-Man too. That and the 60s Marvel Spider-Man cartoon. He does Spider-Man with the reflective eyes, as opposed to just painting them all white. But he matches, he draws Spider-Man's mask like it should be drawn, with the proper eyes, not this crazy, huge, bug-eyed look that all these artists give him now. And then he follows the classic suit. Real boss. I mean, this is so wall-worthy. Just the colors are great reproduction. Let's see. 23 of 200. I think that's 23. That's all I got. My eBay store for the 10% that are still watching is Death by Buffalo. Death by Buffalo, all one word. Check it out when you get a chance. I got some more videos to film this week, so I will see you soon.